What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Ace of Base, and we're here to both finish the Capo album proper, 2002, but also to do the first bonus tune that Mikey put in the folder. So, big thank you to Mikey. I appreciate both the material and the patience. The final regular track on the album is the Juvenile, so someone of adolescent age, a teenager, maybe most specifically. Of course, someone can act in a juvenile manner even if they are actually an adult. So yes, in that regard, I suppose it's one step above infantile, but it is below adult as an adjective. It is below maturity or a degree of emotional sophistication. So yeah, maybe I'm inclined to see it more as a literal juvenile, especially because the definite article the seems to indicate it is a noun. Nevertheless, that is very open, meaning juveniles can do many different things of many different purposes and or moralities, so let's just see what it is in practice. This is Ace of Base. The song is The Juvenile, and it's the final tune on their 2002 album, Da Capo. That's a very epic tune, and lyrically, I don't quite know, but it is speaking of like tradition and contrasting that with what is done now. There's a part of the song where she seems to be speaking as if she is a juvenile or one of the juveniles, that we don't need the education, we don't need to be told about choice and so on. There's lines that seem to have a bit of teleology, that like, you know, it's the juvenile will lead us to the end and they have the key, and it's almost, you know, very purpose driven, as if it is like prophetic, or it is prophesizing the end of times, or the way the world will play out on a longer timeline. But I don't quite know how to piece it all together. Nevertheless, I really enjoy the sonics, you know, the acoustic guitar, very nice touches. And in fact, it might not even be fully acoustic, but it has that sort of plucked, like strummed quality. Definitely, I think some synth strings in there. At the end, we heard like a big kind of, you know, church bell type of sound. So yeah, some nice sonics, and more of like a down-tempo tune, but still with some forcible percussion. Like the beat had some oomph in it, even if it was relatively low tempo and more, you know, plodding and deliberate. And then ultimately there was this, I don't know if it was like a, you know, synth cello or even like contrabass, but there was this like triple bass note that played at a couple points. So yeah, I enjoy the atmosphere and the gravity of the track. I just don't quite know what to make of it thematically or narratively on a first listen, or exactly what the juvenile may mean. But as I said, it seemed to be cast in terms of almost like belief and prophecy and teleology. So a really interesting one, and I do look forward to Mikey and any others offering insight. As I said, we will now listen to the first bonus tune included in the expanded folder, which is, let's see what it is, Come to Me. So yes, I will see you in a moment for that. Peace.